Virtual events are a great way to build community. And when you're building community, what you're really doing is you are creating a space where people with a shared mission can come together and can connect with each other. They can form new relationships. So in order for that to happen at your virtual events, you've got to set your virtual events up so that your attendees actually interact with each other. We're going to talk about how to do that in this video. Let's go through the list. All right, number one, first things first, let's talk about choosing the right platform. You want a virtual event platform that allows your attendees to interact with each other. And that's got to go beyond just a chat box where they can comment to each other or interactive polls or emojis. You actually want them to be able to turn on their camera and talk to each other in real time, face to face, whether that's through breakout rooms or discussion tables or whatever it is. So make sure you're choosing a virtual event platform that actually allows for this to happen. Number two on the list, make sure that when you set up the agenda for your virtual event, that you carve out time for people to actually interact. You don't want the entire event to just be a presentation like a webinar. That doesn't do anything to get your attendees to interact with each other. No, you've actually got to specifically dedicate time just so that they can talk to each other. Number three, set expectations before the event. You want to let your attendees know that when they come to this event, they should expect to interact with other people. They should expect networking to be happening. This means telling them that this is going to be a camera on and mic on event, and letting them know that they can't just passively sit there and consume the content, that they are actually going to be talking to other people. So use the emails and the reminders that are coming up before the event to let them know. You want to indicate that on the registration page for the event, and if you are having them add a calendar item to their calendar, make sure that that reflects the fact that there's networking happening at your virtual event as well. Number four, speaking of the registration page, you can use that to collect information that will help you match up people at your virtual event who have similar interests. For example, let's say you're hosting a national speed networking event. You can ask people what state they're from or what city they're from, or if you're doing some sort of thing that matches job seekers and employers up with each other, you can ask them about their industry. And this will allow you to then set the right people up by introducing them at your virtual event. Number five, use icebreakers. Icebreakers are a great way to get people to open up and talk to each other. And there's any number of icebreakers that you can use. For example, you can have a sentence that ends with a blank and ask people to fill in the blank. My favorite movie is blank. And this gets people to open up and start talking. You can ask a question and have people go around in small groups and give their answers, or you can ask people to reveal a random fact about themselves. There's a whole bunch of icebreakers that you could use that will get people to start talking. So use these as discussion prompts. Number six, know the tools that come with your virtual event platform. Chances are your virtual event platform includes a whole host of interactive and collaboration tools. So you want to know how to use them and decide whether they're appropriate for your event. This could include things as simple as a chat box or interactive polls or emojis. And it could include things like a whiteboard where multiple people can brainstorm or draw on it at a single time. So know how those tools work, and also look for ways to encourage people to use those tools during the course of your event. Number seven, use moderators and hosts. If you have different tables or breakout rooms at your virtual events, you can include a moderator who is stationed at each of those tables or breakout rooms. And those people should be guiding the discussion. They should be getting people to open up, to introduce themselves, and to interact with each other. Now, you're going to want to train these people ahead of time so that they know how to do this and how to steer the conversation in the right direction. But having moderators can be a huge help when it comes to getting people to interact with each other. Number eight, get people to fill out their profile. Your virtual event platform probably includes a section where people can fill out a profile, adding things like a photo or their website or their social media handles. Make sure you provide instructions for people to do so and prompt them to do that when they first enter the event. Taking a moment to fill out this profile can actually help them engage with other people and connect with other people even after the event is over. Number nine, use incentives. You can reward people for participating or interacting with others. You can do this through contests or just by giving away prizes for people who collaborate and are part of the discussion or offer something to the event. Number 10, don't forget about the follow-up. Your follow-up strategy after the virtual event is key, because it's one thing for people to meet at the event. It's quite another for them to continue that relationship after the fact. You want to provide as many resources as possible to make it easy for them to do so. This might mean that you have an online group, such as a discussion forum or a Facebook group or a Slack channel, where people can then go and join and continue the conversations with folks that they met at your virtual event. You may even want to provide contact information, assuming you've gotten consent ahead of time, to all the people who attended the event. Being a good virtual event host is all about getting your guests to talk to each other and have a good time and build new relationships. At the end of the day, that's what forms community. So use these 10 tips to get people to interact at your next virtual event. I'm Seth Resler from Community Marketing Revolution. If you want more tips for hosting fantastic virtual events, I've got a whole bunch of them for you, starting with this video right here. Or I've got a virtual event checklist that you can download for free. The link is in the description of this video below. Thanks for watching.